Telling you, how's it going?
You're
Good.
not gonna believe some of the things that I've come across today. I'm gonna, I have someone that wants to sell me an entire town. They own the entire town.
That's awesome. Let's jump into it. What is it? What does it look like?
Interesting. It's in Alabama, Cuba, Alabama, but he owns 23 properties there, the entire township, vacant land, the commercial businesses, the residential homes. I said, leave it to me. I can't seem to get anything to happen the past 2 days, but I have had conversation after conversation with people, great connection rate the past couple of days. I just need some things to come to fruition.
Those kind of deals, I always say let's start one at a time because the analysis on that kind of stuff like takes forever. Like if you somebody will be like, I got a portfolio of 100. It's all right, let's talk about one. If we're not even close on one, you know,
Mhm.
it's probably
Agreed.
not.
Agreed. So I just thought it was funny. I just hung up with him a few minutes ago. I told him that I would look at a property or two and see how it looked and go from there because I'd have to have help with the commercial properties also because I haven't really comped any commercial before. So I'd have to learn how to do that.
Yeah, just for the commercial stuff, if y'all come across anything, just ask what the is.
Okay.
Net operating income. If they don't know, just ask them what they make per month,
Okay.
and then ask them what they want, and we'll know real quick. It's even if it's even worth even looking at.
Okay. Okay.
So no big deal there. Zach, how are you?
Finally got my energy back. Finally feeling better. Still can't hear, but
Yeah,
good.
good, cool, man. You got anything that you're working on right now?
Man, just that one in the third ward. I was looking at. I watched the your review video, and it was making me feel good because every property you were clicking on for comps, I was like, I did that one. I did that one.
Yeah,
So, but every property around that third ward one is bought up by an LLC. Everyone's buying up through an LLC over there. So that's what sparked my interest the most in it.
I'll have to skip trace them and call those LLCs and find those owners. I would call the owners, and you don't even have to get pictures. You could just say, "Hey, you bought this one as is. What would you buy this one for as is? I've got a lead." Just reverse engineer that process. I think all those were selling for 170 as is. I know she wanted 200. I just ask them what they would pay and then just get her a little less than that and just wholesale that one off. You already have buyers. You have buyers all over the place over there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Easy money. The hard part's there's just two steps. Ask probably, I think there was three LLCs that were buying. So skip trace them, call them, see what they'll pay for it, get a number out of them on the phone, and then call her and offer her less than that. That's it. Cool.
Sweet, sweet.
Raul, what about you, man? How's it going?
It's going good. That one that I appreciate that review that you did really did help me out because I was looking at them and I was like, man, I just didn't know where I was at. I used that one comp that I shot at you, and then the one that said general, I think it said commercial general or something like that. I wasn't sure about that one, and you cleared that up for me. So
Cool, cool. Sal, what's up, man? You had a sub two, right? You were working on some other stuff?
Yeah, so the sub two I'm still working on, but that one for that popped up yesterday, I don't like to go to the auction. I've never been a big fan of it, but I love going there and serving TROs.
Yeah.
But so we got that one stopped. I already got it sold.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so that was just a product, man, of follow up.
Yeah.
Just follow up. We're actually driving out to Jordanton yesterday to go look at another property. The agent calls my guy, hey, would you have somebody who are desperate now and blah, blah, blah. And we knocked out the deal on the drive.
That's cool. So you went on that deal, you found a buyer and then you put a restraining order to the lender and then you got
Exactly.
it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So ARV's 270 something. He got all in under 200 with all the fees and everything to get it back on, get the loan back on track. Good deal. Made a quick 10 on a drive.
You can't. That's cool. Paul, what about you, man? What's going on? You're on mute. Let me see. Asked to unmute. You just click that.
Okay. No, I was looking at that one house and I wasn't able to find any comparable comps but then I did look at Realtor and there was some houses that were listed, but it was smaller houses. And
Yeah.
so I wasn't sure how to really, but basically the guy wants to sell. He was at around 470. He's dropped to 360, and I was still probably around 305-ish. You know, and then looking at those other houses, it is an older house, but looking at the other houses that were on Realtor, they were older as well, but smaller. And they were still, it was like 1,000 square feet for 100K, 130K. And this house is 5,000 square feet and has a bonus house.
So
And
for
so
a house that's 5,000 square feet, you're gonna have a little trouble finding a buyer for that too if you're gonna wholesale it. If you want to wholetail something like that, it's gonna be pretty expensive even to wholetail it, because 5,000 square feet, even at $3 a square foot for cleanup, if it's worth it, cool. But that was pretty freaking rural.
yeah. Yeah, that's why I wanted you to, you know, take a peek at it. He is motivated to sell, but I thought the same exact thing. And it's just too far out there. And it's everything I read about being out there. It's a nice place to live, but
If you want to take a crack at it, what will he sell for? What'd you say he'll sell for?
he will without a doubt do 3. I was gonna do like maybe 330-ish. I was gonna offer him 330 today, but I'm gun shy.
That's another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is, man, a lot of times you might just have to take your shot. And I'm cool if you post your comps, you need help, whatever, but there's two ways to look at it. You don't want to fall in the trap of locking up stuff too high, because you will, right?
Mhm.
I just need contracts. I want you to like think about it a certain way. I want you to think, if I just locked up one really good deal this week, one, I'd have time to sell. Whether I'm gonna now, if you're gonna buy it and resell and you gotta do all your diligence, that's one thing. Say that you're planning on wholesaling it, whatever. Now you just focus on selling that one deal, or you can JV with somebody that'll dispo it for you, whatever you like, whatever your cup of tea is. But I think when we get into this, it's easy to rush, right? It's easy to be like, man, I have to have this right now. It's, hey, one day out of the week with one good deal can give you a kick-ass week. You heard Sal. He was on a drive, made 10 G's. It's pretty, even if nothing else happened this week, you still had a pretty decent week at 10 G's. It's not bad.
Yeah, Sal, you need to rub that off on me a little bit over this way. I could handle that for once every couple of weeks, even right now.
That's what I was thinking when he said that. I was like, huh, yeah, I could use that right now.
And it's gonna start happening, is what's funny. Once you get a deal, whatever kind of deal it is, it's gonna roll. But another thing, and y'all are gonna think I'm freaking hippie as hell for saying this, but language is huge.
Yes.
Language is so big. I
That-
like correcting people because we're all human. I do the same thing. But if you say things like, this is what's happening, this is what's been happening, like really be like, screw what happened. This might have been what used to happen. Or I might have ran into this in the past. But right now, I've got a lot of badass opportunity. When you start shaping your perspective a little different, I don't know why it works this way. I cannot explain it. Things start happening.
Mhm.
I've been telling everybody that you spoke an amount over me. And I said, I'm owning that. He spoke that amount over me. That is coming to fruition one way or the other come the end of the month. So everyone I've
Serious.
been talking to, I'm like, here's my number.
Yeah, I was like, hey, make 50 G's this month. But put that in your brain. And then don't, like, you might have to run through 500,000 leads. Who cares? Be like, hey, I'm going to make this money. I'm going to make it. No doubt. I'm going to make it. I don't care what I got to do. I'm just going to make it. So the ones that don't work out, probably better. It might have sucked. You might have wasted time. You might have been a pain in the ass. You might have got sued. All right. It's a good thing. Cool. Didn't work. So anyway, sorry for my little rant, but
No, I agree.
I swear it works.
Yeah, quick note if I can add on top of that real quick, Travis.
Yeah.
The buyer that I sold that house to, has been buying from me for 6 years now. This guy, all I got to do is call him and tell him what's going on, and he believes everything I say. Why? One, I've never lied to the guy. Two, I'm always as straight up and as positive and as confident as I can be with the guy, and we've just built that relationship. I send him a few photos, send him what I believe the numbers are, tell him the story. He's okay, send it over. Send over the contract. That's it. Done. 5-minute phone call.
That happens, y'all. I got buyers. I have one in particular in my brain, like you said, that he'll wire me the damn money first. And I'll be like, stop. The dude literally before we close wires me the money and handle it. It's freaking nuts. I have lenders like that too. They just wire me the money. And I'm like, what the hell? Figured out. So anyways, like that crap happens. So that's cool you said that. Let's look at this comp for you, Paul. And like I said, Paul, I didn't put a ton of precedence on this because if you can't find comps, you think you're gonna find a buyer? You might, but like they're gonna see what it's gonna be a little hard. But if it's a banging deal, you'll find a buyer. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's check it out. Can y'all see my screen, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I used to chase stuff that had no comps, and I wasted a lot of time. But doesn't mean that you won't make money. It's just, let's look at this. And it doesn't mean the comps are improv. Okay, 5, 10. Okay, I don't think anything shows up on props. So I think that's why I said we got to go to real trip 100 miles. All right. So in this situation, I would just go here, go check out maybe Redfin or Realtor or something, error. Okay. This isn't my favorite way to do this, but I get a quick look if they're not showing up in my stuff because it's a rural town and maybe whatever. Yours is I don't think, was there data that showed up on yours? Let me see.
This is a 1925 house.
What is that, like one acre,
Yeah.
5.2, an acre, 5,000 square foot, 1920s house. Before I even look at it, 1920s and 5,000 square feet. Has it ever been renovated?
That's what, whenever I ask him, I did ask him that question, and he said everything's ready to move in except for the air conditioning. I'm like, has it been redone? And the only thing he talks about is that other house, the smaller bonus house. And so I'm like, okay.
So yeah, you got to find those. I would find those questions out. Like, has it ever been updated or renovated? And just give him to say yes or no. I'm assuming the bonus house is new. That's probably why he keeps talking about it. That's a big ass roof for a 5,000 square foot house. Like these costs are just a lot. So anyway, I'm just putting that out there. Let's look at this. That's like the first thing I'm gonna look at. Let's look for an old ass house. Oh, this might be
Yeah, I was looking
not
at
even
that one.
not even a comp, but I'm just looking at what's selling. Let's see property details.
Where's this one at?
Spearman. I've never heard of it.
Me neither.
Spearman. What's the town it's outside of, Paul? I guess I could
Spearman.
look on the map.
It's heading towards Oklahoma.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. Spearman.
It's out by Amarillo, I think.
Here's all the results. The highest price. This gives me the highest price house for sales 428. It's like a newer brick house.
It looks newer, but if you look at the year built, it's 20 years older, right? Newer. Yeah, 1947.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
I wish we could get a street view of yours. That one's for sale too.
This is right at the tip of the panhandle.
Is this 14, 210, 261 Spearman? This is it, Paul?
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing he ever says is it's a brick house. And I'm like, okay.
It's nice from the outside. I mean, it looks. I wish we knew what the inside looked like. Can he send you pictures of the inside?
Yeah, I can ask him.
Just tell him, hey, dude, this is BFE. Like, we got no comps. We're like running on faith here. Send us pictures of the inside. Let's see if this will tell us more homes within 20 miles. That's how rural it is.
Yeah. It was just weird how he wanted force, and then he says,
like, why did he come down so much? Yeah.
Then he dropped to 400. Now he's at 3. So he's dropping pretty fast.
What's his motivation for selling?
Yeah.
He wants to move closer to family.
Does he owe anything? They don't even tell you in these towns. You can't even pull the freaking county records. Does he owe anything on it? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I can find out.
What's the tax roll? What does the taxes say on it? It says 241. A safe bet on something like this is to be like, I don't think I'd be over tax value.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you could lose at tax value
Yeah.
on something like this if it's in good shape.
I was thinking high ones, very low twos.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You know, start here,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and at least you have some logic.
Yeah.
If you're really adamant about this, I'd be like, hey, dude, I'm at tax value until I look at it. And if you're not interested, understandable. You're in BFE, dude. There's no comps. I'm taking a huge risk. Just be upfront.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at Sal. Be very aggressive on that kind of stuff.
All
Courtney.
right.
Oh, sorry, Paul. Do what?
No, I was gonna say I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Courtney, what you got? You get that sub 2 deal?
Oh, I knew you were gonna ask about it. So the owners have been in the Bahamas and they're coming back today. And Brandy said that she'll have an answer for me by tomorrow. So
I bet you get it.
I asked her to, hey, what's the update? Are they basically trying to tell me to go to hell? And she's no, they're considering it. So yeah, we're gonna keep it though. We decided we're gonna keep it. If I
Yep.
get it for payoff, yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
What so what can I want to go through y'all and see what I can do to help y'all, like where you're each going to be in different spots. Like how can I help you get a deal right now, Courtney? Which that sub 2 deal is a deal, but how can I help you get a deal to make some money?
I don't know. I think the biggest thing for me is, and don't judge me, everybody, but I don't like the in your face like calling and all of that.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not trying to wholesale. I'm trying to do a wholetail where
Yeah.
I buy it, I put it on, or I keep it. That's where I'm at now. So I'm not calling anyone. I'm not doing any of that. And I know I should.
I don't necessarily think if that's not something you want to do, you
Yeah.
don't have to do that. So my thinking is, how could you, if you only want a wholetail,
Mhm.
get badass at it? I only buy wholetails. If I
Yeah.
can't wholetail it, I wholesale. That's my strategy.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't do anything else. I don't even look at anything else.
Yeah, that's what I want to do after doing this flip. I'm like,
Yeah.
all the work I did for that 6 months.
Any badass wholesalers in San Antonio? Like, I know Sal's pretty good at it.
I
You
know
know,
a few.
if you're not because it's just everybody's different. If you don't want to do the calls, you're not wired that way. Maybe get a list of really good wholesalers. Tell them exactly what you're looking for, and tell them because you're gonna have to go through. You're gonna have to say no a lot, like,
Yeah.
which is fine. So you need a bunch of deals coming to you.
Yeah.
So
I get deals sent to me all the time from agents or from wholesalers that I know,
yeah,
especially since I started buying. I say no a lot because they don't fit the number. I do find though that there's only been once or twice, and I reached out to you once about it a month or two ago for wholesale. I find that the deals that wholesalers will send me, they don't fit.
you're not talking to the right wholesalers then.
Yeah.
So like I used to get a ton of deals in my inbox, and now I tell everybody, I'm gonna tell you no. If it doesn't fit this, give me market value 70%, or don't send me a deal. They know.
Right.
So everybody just stopped. And if I do get one, it's pretty freaking close, but I still say no a lot. So I don't know. I would just meet some better wholesalers if you don't want to do the calls.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Sal sends pretty good deals. He sent me a couple that I like considered, but there was a couple reasons. Like one of them ended up needing more work. But he's really conservative. Find conservative wholesalers.
I saw the one that Sal posted last night in Von Ormy.
Yeah.
I wanted some more information as far as would that be something or no?
Which one?
It
That's
was
the
something-
one, that's the one that I sold in the car.
2 pre-foreclosure.
Yeah, that's the one that I sold in the car. How you
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you already assigned that same.
It's a
Yeah.
small world, Sal.
doing? I know. Good to
That's
see
what
you.
I'm
Sal and I know
saying.
each other. Huh?
A couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know a lot of the same people. We worked together for a little bit last year. Yeah.
There you go. So I don't know, maybe I would, so anyway, my 2 cents, maybe put your buy box out there. Maybe,
Yeah, I did the other day.
yeah, get some good ones.
Okay.
Put it back out for me because I have probably 25 San Antonio addresses in my pipeline right now, if you're interested.
There you go.
That sounds like a good problem to have.
Tanya does a ton of wholesaling too.
Okay.
So you got two right here. So you already know what we're looking for. Tanya, Sal, which is funny because y'all want a hotel too, but whatever, we can all work together. We can figure this thing out. We can all make money together.
Yeah.
Zach, what about you, man? Where are you at? How could I help you?
So I'm thinking about the whole property I'm looking at right now in the third ward and what she's been telling me. I found this on an expired, I met a realtor who works with investors at a meetup and just got to chatting with her. And we were talking about health and wellness and we got to connecting, and she sent me a list of expired listings in Houston. And so I've just been going through that list. This one happened to be like the second one on the list. I've got another one that's North Houston, that's a duplex actually, that I'm gonna get the pictures from that lady. She's an agent selling her house. But I gotta get on that investor, those several investors in that area around that property, and give them a call, just like you were talking about. That's what I've been wrapping my head around right now.
Yeah, because somebody like me would have already. If you don't do it today, like there's going to be another person that's, I'm gonna call these other investors and see what they want for it, and you'll lose it.
Because I didn't mention this, she's listing the property.
Okay, but she hasn't yet. Has she signed an agreement yet to list it?
I'm not sure if she signed it or not.
Yeah, I'd get moving on that. Paul, what about you, man? How can I help you make some money?
I think I just got to get focused and keep staying on the phones and calling them. I looked at a deal in Marshall to flip it, and the guy wanted 92, and I was at about 70. And another investor, I looked at it as well, and he said 65s. I was right on. And you helped me look at that one, but I'm not sure if he started saying he could. He said, "Oh, my workers can do it for about 20,000." I said, "Tell them to do it, or I can use your workers if they'll do it for 20K. I can buy it at 92 if they'll do it for 20K." But I think I looked at the videos. I actually walked the property, and it's a little rough. So 20K, I'm thinking it's probably 40 to 50K. But
And if you think it's 40 to 50, it's probably 60 to 70.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, I did the math, and at 92, I'm like, no, I can't do it because the max ARV is 185, and I'm not going to put the max in there. I'm probably going to have it at once. But also, he's saying they can do 20,000. Yeah, I can put 20K in there and rent it, but I don't really want to hold anything else right now at this point.
And another thing is I wouldn't get consumed with anything until it's a deal. This is just my suggestions. I'm not always right, nothing like that, just experience. You said you went out and walked it and stuff. You can do all that, which is great, but I think maybe the 2 hours that it took to do that, you probably could have called 200 people, that was a deal. Because you are a caller. You like to call and do. So that isn't everybody's strength. So since you are a doer, I would just do. I would just call, and you're going to trip on a deal. I'd use that superpower. I'm the same way. I'll just call. I don't even think. I'm like, oh, don't worry. Oh, it works. Cool. All right. Don't worry. Like, that's just how it goes. So everybody's.
Well, hey, the guy's telling me that the new house or the big house was built in 1945. It's the smaller house that was built in 25.
Just text him and say, hey, would you consider tax value or less?
Okay.
Absolutely
And he,
not. Cool, I'll call you down the road. And then go to your next lead.
okay.
Does it. And if he will, then do a little due diligence because there might be something there. And then we can get together after that. What about you, Sal? How can I help you, brother man?
I was gonna say, rule of thumb on walkthroughs, I never go do a walkthrough until we're like within 10 grand
Yes.
of coming together on a number. Once you're there, you know this guy's flexible, you know that they're serious and they're willing to negotiate. You can make up 10 grand easy. So just a thought. But man, I get a lot of referrals. I get a lot of our deals come from agents. What I'm doing right now is I'm getting this whole CRM set up. We just got a bunch of leads loaded last night. So actually, when I'm done with this, we're gonna hit the phones as a team and get dialing.
Oh yeah. You're gonna like
Um,
automations in there. I told them
well, that's the thing is I'm the least tech savvy guy in the world, man. So
yeah,
I count on my guys a lot. We're working on being sure that we get all that set up. That way, that's just on remote control and vamonos, let's go.
yeah. I told them to put a lot of my automations in there. That way they didn't already have to be created. So it's just plug and play. You just
Yeah.
it's gonna talk to them.
Sweet.
Hell yeah. Cool, man. And I can't tell y'all the last time I walked the property. No, I don't ever walk anything. I never walk in, I buy it.
I'm one
Yeah.
of those touchy people. I feel like I gotta touch. I feel like I gotta see it. Like,
If I see a picture, I'm cool, I was there. Give me a picture and some videos, we good, we rolling. We on to the next. That's how. Tanya, what about you? How can I help you?
Honestly, I have a lot of leads right now in my pipeline that come in daily. So I'm just calling and I got things were a little slowed down for me for several weeks, but I'm back into moving things now and just rolling through the numbers. I'm having really great connection rate, which is fantastic. I have a really large probate list that I need to work that's just been back on the back burner. I wanted to ask you a couple of things though that I was hoping that maybe you could touch on in the next sometime in the future. You had talked before about talking to us a little more about using some of your VAs and how you set up your business, how you operate your business basically, as well as the Facebook stuff. So as I'm basically a one woman show right now, which is fine. I'm going to be utilizing possibly my dad, maybe my daughter to help with some calls, but was also thinking about maybe pulling in a VA because I could have a VA work in my probate list at least to get through the ones that are actual calls that I could talk to.
So that's what I wanted to go over today.
Oh, see, we're just in sync. That's how you can help me. I love it. Great minds, right? Great
Yep.
minds.
I like to see where I can help y'all, where y'all are at. Courtney, this is gonna help you a ton since you don't like calling. Cause like, man, whoever wants to have people, I've had a large American sales team before. I've trained, I don't know how many people. I'm not exaggerating when I say thousands. I have only VAs now because I would train people so well they would go open companies. They would go do it and why not? You're in America, you go make your own money. It doesn't make sense. And then I was like, damn. So I started hiring Philippine people and nobody can understand them. But I get them really good, but nobody can understand them. So then I put them in the office, like virtual, because I don't like offices. It's just me. So they run my back office, which I'll show you all that in a minute in Teams. I run a Teams platform and everybody operates in there. I have one closer now. He's from Egypt. I trained him and he closes deals. He negotiates, he closes. He's closed 3 contracts in 2 days. I'm going to show you his calls while we're on here so you don't think I'm full of it. I pay him $5 an hour and $200 for every closing. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for him.
Yeah.
And I used to pay Americans 10% and salary. I wouldn't make it much. Like I had to do a lot. And I just didn't. I hated it. And they just need more and more. I'm like, go start your own company. I just don't want this. So I'll show you this guy. He just closed one like right before this call. But here's how my office is set up. All right. I run everything in Teams. All right. I've got my contract tracker here with the deals we're doing. These are all the deals we're doing right now.
Are you wanting to share or meaning to share or no?
I'm glad you said that because I got to share again. Y'all let me know if that happens. bumps me out. Y'all see?
We can.
Cool. All right. Here's Teams right here. CRM's in the background. Let me know if that's distracting. Here's the contracts I have right now. Deals I have going on right now. Yellow means they're funding. Let's see. And then everybody's in a chat here. I'm just showing you how my stuff runs. Everybody clocks in and out here. I've got a executive assistant that's a VA. I had an American one I used to pay out the wazoo. Not anymore. I got it. He's been with me a few years. She's my bookkeeper. Anything that's bought, he's literally got all my financial stuff, my EA. He's been with me a few years. And anything that's bought goes into another chat. She keeps track of the books. Daisy's my dispo / she keeps rentals full. So we had like at the end of the year, I have a lot of rentals. We started going vacant and just churn at the end of the year. People do that. They run out of money for Christmas and they go, it's crazy. But anyway, I do low end rentals like affordable housing. So anyway, she had a lot of rentals to get booked, but she booked all of them almost. And then here's my closer, and that's how we're running. So Yusuf, he'll send me, this is my closer, he'll send me like text messages, pictures, calculators. He's $5 an hour, $200. He'll send me like description videos of properties sometimes. I'm like, hey dude, I'm not gonna go over every deal with you. Send me a video. So he'll send me all this kind of stuff with comps, calculators, whatever. I want to show you a walkthrough video he just sent me. It was pretty good. Trip you out. And if he has a hard comp, I'm like, hey, run me through what you're having trouble with. He'll do the street view. He'll do everything we do. I don't know where the hell it is. But anyway, let's listen to one of his calls. We talk a lot. So here's what's cool if you use this CRM is you can go to reporting. You go to call report. If you have people under you like VAs or whatever, you do this probably any go high level CRM.